Welcome back to another episode of Cafecito Corner. My name is Bree.
My name is Edward.
And we are...
the always wanted / invited co-host.
You are always here.
Is it by choice or is it by invitation?
I think I drag you here.
Yeah, that's about right.
Do you think I drag you here?
Yeah, I was playing Call of Duty right now and you dragged me by my hair.
I did. I grabbed your orejas. Tú said, what are they called in
What?
Spanish?
Orejas?
Tus orejotas, and I dragged you.
I thought you were going to say something else.
What?
I don't know.
All right, you're going to crack your energy drink on the mic. ASMR.
Oh my God.
Should I do a sip of my wine?
Did you hear the fizz too?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, now you do it. Let me see.
I couldn't sip it. I don't know why I got nervous.
I think you're just camera shy.
Yeah.
You need to be more like me, more outgoing.
I think you were the least outgoing.
If I bring you into a room of 100 people and I give you a PowerPoint, can you do a presentation?
No, but I know you can.
I could.
But we have different ways of interact. Like I feel like I'm to interact.
Oh.
Like I feel like you're an introvert.
I'm not an introvert at all.
When you're not in the mood.
Okay, but that's anybody.
Yeah, I feel like that's me too.
That's you. You're never in the mood.
I'm never in the mood to like
You
be
give
social.
everybody your RBF.
But sometimes I am like really social. Like I have to be.
Yeah, but I'm definitely more social.
Like
versus
between me and you.
Well, yeah, but I'm like I'm the reason people show up. You know what I'm saying?
You think that's what it is?
Oh yeah.
I guess so. I guess you can make a conversation going.
Yeah.
But I feel like I'm good at that too. Or you don't think so?
So what is it?
I don't know. I feel like people get excited to know that you're going. And then...
If we held a housewarming party, who are people most excited to see?
That depends on who you invite.
I don't know.
If your sisters are invited, they're going to be more excited to see me.
If your brothers are invited, they're going to be more excited to see me?
Yeah, I think that's true. Because...
So...
Well, my brothers have been with me for years, and your sisters have been with you for years, so I think they're just tired.
I don't think my sisters are tired of me. They love
You don't
me.
think so?
Unconditionally, at least.
I don't know about that.
I guarantee they would donate a leg to me.
They always complain to me about you. So, I guess we can agree on that. But we are drinking very different drinks today. I'm having a wine. A white wine that has 0 sugar. And you are drinking an energy drink.
A Red Bull.
A Red Bull.
Why are we drinking that?
I don't know. Why are we?
Why are we drinking that? I can give you my reason. Why are you drinking
Are you
wine?
tired?
No.
Well, I'm drinking wine because it's been a long week and girls need a break. Vegas is always a fun time. We went to Vegas for my 21st birthday and it was so much fun.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
It was a wild weekend. We made some fun memories, but I definitely want to do. And I didn't make any big mistakes. Maybe some other people made some big mistakes.
The only thing I won't get is like why people take their family there besides the shows, but like it's really not a family friendly environment.
Yeah.
But it's a cool spot.
I'm not taking my kids until they're like 14, 15. Like.
Yeah, I mean it's a cool spot.
It's cool, but
the food's awesome there.
Amazing food. Like, and I told you, I was like, let's do Vegas next year, but like way more relaxed, like not as crazy. Maybe we'll do like one club a night, but literally when we went for my birthday, we went club, another club,
yeah, it was
another
like pool
club.
party. No, so it was brunch, pool party, then club.
Yeah, it was bottomless mimosas in the morning, midday beach club, and then club at night for 4 days straight. And we had to drive back. It was absolutely insane. I would never do it again. But, I mean, now we have it, like, as my 21st. And you've never done that either. So you were...
Maybe for next time, like, we should just fly, but...
I think we should just fly. Even though they say that flights to Vegas are absolutely scary. Like, the turbulence. I don't know why it's really bad.
I think they're only...
It's 45 minutes.
45 minutes, yeah.
I say, give me a cup of wine. I'll be relaxed because I don't do well flying.
That or a lion tranquilizer.
I do. I told you if we ever go to Paris, you're going to have to tranquilize me. I can't do a long flight like that.
I honestly feel like I would get anxiety too, like sitting in that little chair. I would have to at least go business class. I can't.
Oh, first class?
Well, first class is a little untangible, but
I think if you're gonna make a long, like anything more than 10 hours, I need first class. Like
business class is fine.
what's the difference between business class and first class? I didn't know about
first
that.
class is like secluded, but business class is still like bigger seats, like, you know.
Yeah, that's what I need. I don't care about the food and the snacks. I can bring my own, but I just want like a nice space. I can put my seat up and down, take a nap, watch a movie.
A portable bed.
Yeah, I definitely need that. But I feel like next year is going to be our year to travel.
I think so too. I really hope so.
Yeah, I want to do Vegas for sure again. We have to redo Vegas and then New York. So that way we can sing the song that goes, New York. As soon as we land, that's what I'm going to sing. And I want to do it in December. Imagine like Christmas in New York.
I keep hearing that it's not that great.
Why?
Because like it's really hard to walk around and like
because the snow.
But I mean, I think New York would be sick. I also think that next year would be like a cool year to like spend Christmas in like a cold spot.
Yeah, I've been telling you
I want
to do like a cabin in Vail, and spend Christmas a weekend. That's like one of my dreams, and I want to do it before I have kids because I'm not doing all that with kids, lugging everything around. Got to get the crib and the cabin. Like that's too much.
Why do you have to take them when they're one?
Huh?
You're talking about cribs and this and that?
You have to still take a lot more stuff when they're babies. Like, it's a lot of work. We got to take advantage right now.
Yep.
But, yeah, so that's it. I went shopping with my mom and,
Would you guys haven't done in a while?
yeah, we haven't done that in a minute. And I literally have to force her to shop with me. I'm like, I call her and I'm like, what are you doing? She's like, oh, well, I want to decorate. I want to clean. And she always tells me she's got to clean. I go, no, you're going to leave it for later. I'm going to pick you up. We're going to go get Starbucks and we're going to shop.
Shop till we drop.
And she loves it. It plays hard to get.
I think she just wants you to plan a day for you two.
Yeah, but I do. And then she's like, no, tengo que limpiar. I'm like, no, you're not going to clean. But
maybe that's what you can get her for Christmas.
What, a cleaning lady?
Mm-hmm.
She has one and she still cleans. I don't know what she cleans. She literally, it's just my dad and her that live at the house. They don't even get it dirty. Actually, this is a funny story. But so my childhood dog, Coco, that is living with them, has been having stomach issues. So every time they get home, she leaves them a little surprise all over the living room, all over the formal dining room, all over the kitchen, everywhere. So like she's been...
I'm surprised she's not gone yet.
I won't be surprised if one day my mom's like, oh, boys, I don't know where she went. I think the landscaper left the gate open.
Well, you did post her on Facebook.
We're not talking about that.
And you got canceled.
I posted her on Facebook because my mom was just telling me we need to find her a better home because I don't have enough time. And I honestly did feel bad because she was locked up for hours when my parents were at work. So I was like, if I find a good family, I'll feel better. But nobody wanted her.
And people were bashing on social media.
People were like, you've had her for you've had her for 10 years. How are you getting rid of her family member?
How do you get rid of a family member, you sick animal?
Which I agree. I would never get rid of one of my dogs, but I can't have her here because my dogs don't get along with her. Yeah. So, yeah, my mom's been real stressed out about her because she leaves lots of surprises lately.
She needs to think of her home as a cheesecake factory.
Why?
There's always a new cake.
That's probably how I'm going to tell her to be positive about it.
Yeah, always look into the positive things.
I'm going to tell her that. She's probably going to slap me. But you guys put thought into gifts. Yes. That's the complete difference between my family and your family. My family, we don't. I'm just like, here's a cologne, like, goodbye.
But also think of the difference. Okay, so me and my sisters, like, if you're talking, like, within our inner family, we moved more than 10 times, right? So, like, we would always lose friends. Like, we would, move somewhere else. And, like, it literally was always us. Like, we had each other's backs because, like, we never moved with friends. Like, I mean, we'll go back and, like, we still remember the people and we'll talk, hang out. And it's cool. But, like, really, like, the only people we hung out with were, like, our cousins because, like, we would see them a lot. Like, and our uncle and my dad really did a good job of keeping us, like, united. Mm-hmm. But at the end of the day, like, moving so much really, like,
affects the social aspect.
Yeah, like, I mean, you and your brothers are not as close as me and my sisters because we, at the end of the day, me and my sisters, like, I only had each other.
Yeah.
And it came because of my dad's work. Like, we moved way too much. Like,
yeah, I think that had a huge difference.
So, like, we're really close, and, like, you know, we really valued, like, the time we would spend together, and we were always, like I would say we know a lot about each other. And
I can't say that about my brothers, and I think a part of it has to do with
your age gap.
Our age gap is so different. Like, you're 1 year apart of the Emily. Middle one, and then
but Aileen, I'm 5 years. No, I'm 5 years older than Aileen.
5 years.
But I always make the effort to, like, pick up Aileen because she is, like, the one that she's, like, the homebody, like, the I'm lazy to go anywhere type thing. But, like, I always force her and stuff, like, because I mean, she likes it. Like, she just plays hard to get. But that's what I'm saying. Is, like, I feel like I always make the effort because, like, it always was just us.
Yeah.
Like, and I don't know. I mean, I feel like a lot of people can relate to that because, like, I mean, I'll even give you an example. I remember we would first move somewhere, like, you know, it was, like, so weird. Like, we were not even comfortable with the house. Like, so we'd be like, crap, like, this house kind of scary.
Yeah.
So then we'd be, like, grocery shopping with my mom and dad. Like, you know? So, like, I know probably a lot of kids don't even, like, join their parents into grocery shopping. But I remember that because, like, we'd be afraid to stay at the house. We just got into a new house. It's a new city. Like, this is scary. Like,
yeah.
So we'd follow them everywhere. I remember if my dad would go anywhere on the weekends, like, I'd want to get out. Because, like, oh, let's go see the new town, you know? And not only that, but I've also explained it to you. We used to bond a lot in the sense of, like, our thing was going to the movies. Like, my dad always pushed movies on us. And so, I don't know. I just think we're thoughtful with each other because, like, we really only had each other.
Yeah.
So,
I think that's a huge difference. And I can tell that you guys are all very close and you guys, like, all take the time to talk to each other, especially now that you don't live with them. Like, you still make the effort to pick them up, go get Dutch, go get coffee, hang out with them. And I really, really like that. You guys, like, I don't know if your dad would force you guys or you guys would want that. I don't know who pushed it in your family, but to always have movie night, whether you guys go out to the movies or you guys watch movies at home. And I think that's something that, like, I definitely want to do, like, a tradition with our kids. Like, every Sunday, make it an effort to spend time. Yeah, family time. And I actually went to go play tennis with your sister the other day, and there was, like, a family that walked in, like, on a Friday night, and I thought that was so nice. Like, the kids were teenagers, and, like, I just thought to myself, like, wow, when I was a teenager, like, I did not spend Friday nights with my parents, you know? Like, and I think that's really cool. I don't know if the parents enforce that to, like, hey, every Friday we're going to go play tennis. And it's like, it's an activity. It's fun. You guys are spending time. You guys are making memories. But that's something that, like, I am seriously going to, like, I don't care how busy we are with, like, work and everything. Like, at least make an effort to do family time because it makes such a difference when you guys are older.
And the thing is, like I'll even explain to you the attachment of, like, the Christmas thing. Like, I remember, you know, for a while, like, you know, obviously, like, my childhood went through different stages. Like, when I was, like, really, really young, like, it was all Toy Story. And it still kind of is. Like, I that's, like, my all-time favorite movie, right? So every year, like, my dad would be like, all right, write your letters to Santa, you know? And every year I'd write Buzz and Woody. And I'd get an upgraded version of Buzz and Woody every year. Okay? But then, like, you know, after having, like, 8 Woodies and 8 Buzzes, you kind of go, I'm a Spider-Man guy. So I would ask for Spider-Man related things. Then after that, it would turn into, I would get something that I once my dad started making better money, I'd get something that, like, I asked for. And then my dad would throw something that he found that was cool. Like, he used to give me, like, the biggest RC cars. I still remember that. And I would sometimes feel bad because I'd be the kid in the block with, like, the biggest RC car. And everybody'd be like, look what I got. And I'd feel bad because they'd be like, what did you get? And I'd have, like, the biggest RC car. So then we'd be driving it around. And, like, that's one thing that I can credit that, like, my mom and dad did. Like, they'd always take us to the park to, like, go play with our stuff and, like, spend the time to, like, and we still have all those videos. Like, we, you know, like, I remember the first Lego boat we bought. My dad drove Joseph and I to, like, the sea. Like, you know, it was, like, a far drive so that we can make them float.
Aww.
Like, I'm like, you know what I'm saying? Like, my dad.
And you still remember those. Look at that.
And I still remember all that. And I have such
core memory right there.
Right. And same thing with my mom. Like, I remember you know, if I got a toy or something and, like, something would become undone, like a button or something, like I'd run into my mom, she'd sew it back up, and like like my mom and dad really pushed like
quality time and
yeah,
family time.
So and really the when I remember the most is because I mean my dad would work all the time and he really would only get like a week or two off, and it was always around Christmas time. So like most of my like core like quality time spent with both my parents was around Christmas.
Yeah,
like 100%. Because that's just like when we did stuff as a family. Like we would go places, we would travel,
yeah,
and it was always around Christmas. So I mean, I think that's maybe the attachment to it. I don't know.
Yeah, no, that's good.
Yeah,
it's crazy how we have very different like holiday perspectives for sure.
Yeah.
And I think I want to like when we start our own family, like I think it's healthy to like do our own, holiday traditions. And
yeah, no, and I agree with that because like I mean,
like your parents when they were young and they had you, they started their own traditions and stuff. Like
and, we've kind of talked about that. Like you always bring up the fact of like, who's gonna help us out, and I'm like, I don't know, like. Whenever you have a kid, like I don't think you should be counting on anybody. Like, and I'll give you an example. My parents have always been big on the fact of like, we'll love our grandchildren or whatever, but please plan out when you're gonna have children because we're not gonna become full-time babysitters and for free, and we're not gonna drop our lives because it is your guys' responsibility. And especially my dad, he's always pushing the fact of like, we have uncle and aunts that like now just watch kids like full time and. They leave them there and they have all these expenses. And it's not about the money, but my dad is really big on, we will have the money and we will have the time. But at the end of the day, I'm not going to deprive you of learning to be a father because, like, nobody deprived me.
Him. Yeah.
Yeah, so I can't. Like, I completely agree with that. I mean, like, at the end of the day, if it's done right, we decided to do that.
Yeah.
And my parents or your parents should not deprive us of, like, having to learn and jump through the hoops and like because like it could honestly have an effect on the fact that like we don't know what we're doing.
Yeah, exactly.
So I agree with that, but like obviously I know that when it'll leave a week they'll watch him and stuff like that, and they'll be happy to pick him up and stuff. But I know that I can't just say,
"Hey, mom, every 2 months
Monday
we're gonna
through Friday, can you take him?" Like no, because
they're not.
Or maybe they would, but.
And I think your mom would want to, but I think that's like something really smart that your dad like always told you in advance that like we're not gonna raise your kids, you are. So I mean, it's tough love, but at the end of the day, it's true. Like
no, and like, and just go back to that. I mean, think about the fact of like your parents. Who helped your parents?
Yeah, nobody.
And nobody deprived them of that, of being a father, like, or being a mother,
learning
like, and learning. Like, there's obviously things that they didn't know and they had to figure out, and that's part of it.
Yeah.
Like, and I do have cousins that like are fully deprived of that because like mom and dad are solving everything for them, and it's like, what are they gonna learn? What are they gonna be able to like pass on, or like, or there's things that they miss in their kids that like you'll never catch until it's too late,
Yeah. No, that's true.
So I don't know.
It's tough love, but I agree with it. Like, even though.
Yeah, no, I mean, and you don't have to, but I mean, I just know for a fact that like, I can't count on. Oh, we'll be fine. My parents.
I think just for me as a girl and like as the woman like having the kid, like you always want your mom to be there, and so I've always told my mom like make sure like you're closer to working less when I have kids, but it's not like. I expect Monday through Friday, I'm going to drop off the kid for 7 hours a day. Like that is, I promise you, that is not going to be okay with my parents.
And then Saturday and Sunday, go grocery shopping because they'll be here all next week.
Yeah, no, that's not. And I would never want to put that pressure on them too. It's like, I want to support like, hey mom, like, what do you do in this case? Or like, let's go to the store. I need to get out of the house, like stuff like that. But yeah, it's definitely very scary topic when we have talked about it, but
yeah, but like I know that there's certain things that like you always touch on of like even like when your family goes to Rocky Point, there's like certain things you guys do, or you tell me about your California trips, and like obviously like even my family has that. I think you're right. If you don't like move on and like kind of do your own thing, like you know.
I love my family, but it's definitely like more of like a party environment. And like, yeah, it's so fun to do that like every trip we take. But like, I think to myself, oh my God, when I have kids, like it cannot be a party environment. Like my kids cannot be out here
Yeah.
seeing mom and dad taking shots or something.
Yeah.
Like the environment has to completely change. So, and I feel like that's like part of like when you become parents, like you have to accept that. Like the atmosphere has to change.
I really do think there's a cycle of life. Like I'll give you an example. Like, you know, my dad used to drive a Mustang. And I was born and nobody told him like, hey, the Mustang's not a family car. He sells it. He buys himself a Ford Bronco. Like it's kind of just things that like you go, you know what? Like it's putting someone else before myself now. And like, yeah, the Mustang was cool and yeah, like but now it's safety.
Yeah.
And like it's those things that like you're just learning as you go, you're maturing and whatever it is, what it is, like it's a cycle of life. Just how like I understand like, to me there's a stage of partying, but like then it bottoms out and like it's time to move on. Like there's more to life than that, and then there's a point where like you just hit this age and you got to start building on working on building a family. Like you don't want to end up alone. Like there's just a cycle where
phases of life.
Yeah, and then it's like you got to think of retirement. You got to think,
I agree with you. There's definitely phases of life. And I feel like we had like a little small party and having fun time, but we quickly realized that like we got to get to work if we want like kids and stuff and. Like, because all that stuff is so expensive. Like, literally having a kid is insanely expensive.
But not only that, is like, I feel like later we won't have time because maybe you will value other things more.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. Maybe at some point you'll think that being not so involved in real estate is like
my top priority. Like, priorities are going to change.
Maybe your kids' soccer games are. Like, I don't know. Or like going to Disneyland with the family and not staying behind this summer.
I think like the phases in life and like the priority, like what takes priority in your life changes. Like right now for us, it's like we want to work and we crave the hustle and we want to, like hustle as much as we can. But I feel like in a few years, I feel like that naturally progresses to like maybe wanting to start a family, because I feel like we're not there yet, but it's like there's phases, and right now it's like the hustle phase, the work phase, and we did have the party phase, and then after having kids it's gonna be like, who knows, like now do we just like travel with the kids or do we more like relax? Phases of life for sure.
But then it's like that example of like I always hear about it, like after doing something for so long it becomes redundant, right? Like think about like if we went to Disneyland every weekend, there's just a point that like it's the same thing.
Yeah.
Like you got on the same ride, you got your popcorn, you got the turkey leg, you got, but then you re-enter that and then you go and then you bring a kid and now like, you're seeing them like react like, oh my God, you know? And it's like now you're enjoying it through someone else's eyes. Like, and that's what I'm saying. Like that's another like cycle of life that like, I think everybody kind of has to like funnel through. And it is not just about doing it with your kids. Like sometimes you have to do it with like your niece and nephew. Like, if my sister's has kid, like I can't imagine like how dope it would be to take them to like Disneyland and like experience that through the eyes of a child again. Cause like we don't anymore.
Yeah.
Like exactly. For us, it's like, oh, it's hilarious. Let's hog on something. Hopefully one of us gets scared and we get a funny picture. But like taking a kid and like, he's actually excited to see all the animatronics and like stuff like that. Like, I don't know. Like, so I do think like, there's a stage for like all that, but and like I said, it doesn't have to be through your kids, but like it's okay to be a kid again and like live through a kid. So
no,
I don't know.
for sure. But I agree. You know what I think to myself when our moms and tias are like way older, like in 50 years, and we're the tias. Like, are we gonna cook like them? Like, are our Thanksgivings gonna be the same?
No.
I think we're gonna literally have Thanksgiving and Christmases
with Carl's Jr. on the table
with like Chick-fil-A catered. Like, isn't that gonna be sad? Because sad. I'm not making tamales.
No,
or tortillas.
But you know what I've always had on the back of my mind?
What?
You know how there's always that one cool uncle and one cool aunt. It is my goal in life to be that guy.
But are you saying like the drunk, funny uncle?
No, like I mean, there's just an uncle that everybody like
Loves.
when they see him, they want to ride in the car with them.
Yeah.
Like they ditch their parents to go with them. They want to like go to Six Flags with them. Like
Yeah.
they don't want to go with their parents. They want to go with that one cool uncle.
Yeah.
Like, you know, if that one cool uncle came to the soccer game, they'll play extra hard.
Yeah, yeah.
Right. And that is my goal.
To be that one cool uncle.
Yeah. The uncle that when they show up to his house has like the best console and he doesn't even use it. It's just for the kids.
Are you gonna be that uncle if you have your own kids though? Because I feel like you can't be that cool uncle.
No, I won't be a cool dad. I'll be a cool uncle.
That's tough.
I'll be a strict dad.
That's tough. How are you gonna do that?
I can't. Because like, what if like obviously we'll have kids, but like everybody want to sleep over at our house because I'm dope.
That's one thing. I ain't gonna have those chamacos in my house.
And you're going to be the mean aunt.
I know, and
They're gonna hate you.
I already am the mean aunt. Like the kids they don't say hi to me. They're afraid of me
but they'll dab me up.
They love you. They ask,
They
"Oh,
don't
what
like
new Lego do you have?" And they don't even say hi to me because they know I'm gonna yell at them.
Yeah, but I'm that cool uncle. Like I got handshakes and stuff.
The thing is that like these kids are screaming, yelling, and I
They're
go,
kids.
and we're inside, and I scream at them, and I go, inside voices, and the moms are just like, but I don't care.
But that's what I'm saying.
I don't care.
Like my goal in life is to be the cool uncle, like the uncle who everybody like. If I pulled up in a Tahoe, like everybody's like going, and you gotta go somewhere else because I filled up the car. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm the cool uncle.
Okay, well that's gonna be your life goal, to be the cool uncle.
It is 100%.
I'm not gonna be the cool aunt. I already know.
Well,
You're gonna have this life on your own.
I will. And I'm ready to live it. Like, I want to be the uncle that shows up with Crocs. Like,
I think you're just craving a baby in the family. I
it's
feel
not even that. I've thought about this a while. Like, obviously, like, if one of my sisters had a baby, like, I'd have a competition with my other sister to be way better than her. And it is my goal in life to never even be in question that I'm the coolest guy.
I feel like you don't want kids right now, like this year, but like you want like somebody else's kid. Like you just want a baby. Like you just want a kid.
There's
But
just
not
no
for
kids in our
yourself.
family. Like
I think yeah.
that's all I mean.
And I
But,
have
like,
so many that I promise you I'm all maxed out.
and I like talking to all of them. They're dope.
You come over to my family parties and you're just sitting with them and I'm just like, how? Like
I'll dap them up. I'll play tennis with them.
can't.
I don't care.
Pozole or menudo?
Pozole.
Pozole.
Pozole. Any given reason.
I hate. I'm gonna
Menudo is
get
nasty.
hate for this, but I hate menudo.
Menudo sucks.
Like the meat of menudo.
Yeah. First of all, yeah, I'm not eating the meat.
I only have the grano.
Now, do you have red or white menudo?
I've never had green menudo.
What? Red or white?
No, it's green menudo. It's not white. It's called
white.
green. No,
It's white.
It's green menudo.
I have white menudo all the time.
I've never in my life had green/white menudo.
Red menudo scares me because you can't tell if like what they put in there is clean. But white menudo, if the the caldo looks white,
I'm gonna
it
have to
means
tell
like
your
the
mom
stomach
to
was
make
clean.
me
Yeah, she'll make some.
white menudo, but white pozole, not menudo.
She can't make white pozole.
Do you like lengua or cachete?
None.
You don't like lengua tacos?
None. No tripa, no lengua, no cachete, no cabeza.
No oreja? No pata? No nails? None of it.
No. When I was little, my mom took me to the store to buy a lengua, and I went, and maybe it was a child's perspective, but I've never gotten like out of my head the fact that she walked out with a lengua that looked this freaking big, and it was like this thick at the end.
And it was a full lengua, like it wasn't even cut up.
No, it was full.
It
And I
was like
why
they
the
just
hell are
chopped
we
it from the
taking that?
cow.
And oh god, since that day I've never tried it again.
I
on my
just
mother.
don't get how like years ago somebody thought
Look.
let's cut what?
I'll show you.
Somebody thought let's cut a cow's tongue and see how it tastes. Like how do you even think of that? Like how sick do you have to be to think of let's see what this cow's tongue is going to taste like? Show that in the camera. No, but you need to look up a cow's tongue. That's like a turkey tongue.
Okay.
Oh my god. Can I talk about... I just saw a video on TikTok that turkeys love to cuddle.
Oof.
I mean, that looks like a piece of steak.
Stop. No, you don't mean that.
Babe, I saw a video of that, of turkeys
what?
cuddling.
Ew.
They like to they get up here and
then
they
go,
cuddle.
"Blah, blah, blah."
No, and they cuddle. Isn't that so sad?
I don't think so.
Have you heard that people...
I heard.
Have you heard that Mexicans... you know how mole is made out of chicken? During the Thanksgiving season,
Chocolate?
they make mole with turkey.
Oh.
Yeah, I've heard about it, and it's not good.
Yeah, I'll pass. But I love mole. Mole's fire.
You like mole?
Mole's fire.
Oh my god.
Whoever knows how to do a good mole,
that.
fire.
Don't tell me you like mole because I
Mole's fire.
hate mole. Well, I'll never make it for you. I hope you know.
That's what I got a mother. Gotta take her on her yearly checkup so she'll last me a lifetime.
You gotta take advantage of her because I'm never making mole.
Yeah.
That's disgusting. I just can't that it's made out of chocolate.
Sopa or gordita?
What's a gordita?
Like just a regular one with no asientos and stuff?
Okay, I don't know what asientos is.
Never mind.
Asientos is butter, right?
No. It's like all the leftover
why
fried...
would you put that in your body? Why would you put asientos in your body?
Because it tastes amazing.
No, just put garlic butter and call it a day.
I can't call it a night.
I like tortas better.
That wasn't the question. But yeah, sure, we'll talk about it. Sopes or gorditas.
Oh, sopas for sure.
Yeah, and those
with
are the ones...
sour cream.
Those ones have asientos. And they're usually made out of pork.
Pupusas? Do you like pupusas?
Pupusas are fire.
I love pupusas. I'm not Colombian, but I love pupusas.
I don't think pupusas are Colombian.
What are pupusas made out of?
They're not made out of Colombians.
What region is pupusas?
What is it called?
It's Peruvian. It's not Peruvian. Something with a P. Oh my god, where do pupusas come from? Can you Google that? It's gonna bother me.
Salvadorian.
What?
I read that wrong. It might be Salvadorian.
No, it's Salvadorian.
Oh yeah, it is.
Yeah, I think I could have pupusas all day. They're amazing. Fire. All right, you guys. Anything else you think we could add to this?
I think we're done.
I think we're tapped out, you guys.
We're hungry.
I'm not hungry.
I'm starving.
You had 3 burritos this morning.
3 tacos.
3 tacos. No, sorry, you had 4 tacos.
I had 3.
You had 3. I'm so proud of you.
Thank you.
So proud of you. Okay, I have a question. Do you think someone is a real Mexican? I have one last question.
Okay.
Do you think someone's Mexican if they don't like cebolla? I don't think so. I don't think you can qualify as Mexican if you don't like cebolla.
No, you're just bashing me. You know I hate cebolla.
You absolutely cannot with cebolla. Did
you know there's onion soup?
Oh, and do you know I love onion soup?
Say on your mother.
On God, I love onion soup. On my mom, I could have onion soup every day.
This is where I probably walk out of here.
Ugh, you guys. I love onion soup. Have you ever had a French onion soup?
No, why would I? I hate onions.
It doesn't taste like onions, I promise you.
Doesn't matter, I'll pass.
God.
I'd rather not.
How sad. Anything else?
I get the chills. Nope.
Anything else you want to add?
Nope.
I think we will close this episode, you guys.
Thank you for watching.
Thank you guys so much for listening. If you're watching on YouTube, Apple Podcast, or Spotify, please leave us a review and catch us on our TikTok pages and our Instagram page. But we'll see you guys in the next episode. Have an amazing week.